Hello, hi, welcome to another edition of Time Out with Yomi Martins. And this is your main guy, Yomi Martins from the city of Lagos, Nigeria. On today's edition, I'll be talking to seniors, basically seniors. And what do I mean by seniors? Those who are 50 and above and are retired. I'll be telling you something special that a lot of you do not know about, and it's about annuity, because a lot of you guys know about the usual PFA, that's your pension fund administrators, and your RSA accounts, which is your retirement accounts. And today we'll be talking about annuities. But before I talk about annuities, I would like to start off with a very short story which will wow you. It's going to be a build-up to my discussing annuities and why it is more advantageous than you having an RSA account, which is your retirement savings account, with a pension fund administrator. Now, there are two gentlemen, James and John. They both grew up together, they became wonderful buddies, and they both worked in the same organization. They both spent the same number of years in the organization, and they both decided to retire at the ripe age of 60. Now, James got talking after a couple of months with John about how much he was receiving from his PFA. And John was surprised that how come James was actually receiving more money than he was. They both left service at the age of 60, and they both had 20 million in their accounts. But how come James was taking home 2 million on a yearly basis, prorated on a monthly basis, and John was just taking 800,000? We'll work the maths pretty soon. Now, don't let me keep you too much in suspense. Now, annuity basically has a guaranteed period of 10 years. So when a firm, an annuity company, wants to package your policy for annuity, what happens is that they divide whatever amount you have by 10 years. So for James, he had 20 million. It was divided by 10 years, and he got 2 million per year. But hold on a minute. You would think that after that period of 10 years, James will no longer be paid. No way. Guaranteed period of 10 years means that if peradventure the policy holder, right, dies, what happens is that if the policy holder dies, the balance that he has not collected will go to his or her beneficiary. For instance, if the policy holder dies within 5 years during the policy, the annuity policy, what happens is that the rest of the money is given to his or her beneficiary. Now you ask me, what happens if the person stays alive till 100 years or whatever? Very wonderful question. What happens is very simple. The person will continue collecting pension for life. You heard me right? The retiree will continue collecting pension for life. Now, I've talked about James, now let's look at John. John had his own 20 million divided by 25. That means 20 million divided by 25 will give you 800,000 per annum, which will now be broken down into months or quarter or biannually, depending on what he wants. So that is the reason. What happens on that other side is that if John does not live up to 25 years, for instance, his family collects the rest of the money, right? Probably he dies and he still has money in his account. His family collects the rest of the money and all that stuff. But while he's alive, he's collecting way less when he needs that money the most, right? Your pension is yours. It's not meant to be an inheritance plan. You can leave inheritance in property and all that stuff, but the pension is yours. While you are having your pension with the PFA divided by 25 or more, depending on your life expectancy, It is not the case with an annuity plan. An annuity plan divides it by 10. If that person, that's 10 years, if that person still stays alive, right, he still continue receiving the same amount, the same 2 million like James was receiving in the first 10 years. So it's actually a no-brainer. Now, some other advantages of the annuity over PFA includes the regulation. Annuity is regulated by PENCOM. The PENCOM Act of 2014 is regulated by the National Insurance Commission, NICON, is also regulated by SEC, Security Exchange Commission. Meanwhile, when you're talking about PFA, PFA is only regulated by the National Pension Commission, PENCOM. Now, another thing you should realize is that annuity is an internationally acceptable way of having your pension paid. It's used all over the world. Whereas, in terms of PFA and RSC account, it's only peculiar to Nigeria. So why won't you want an international standard that will actually pay you more? Your guess is as good as mine, right? Now, you'll be wondering, who am I? Yomi Martins has been in the space of financial services consulting for the last 24 years, and we're partnering currently with a foremost annuity company based in Nigeria. We can help structure your annuity, get the best negotiations for you that will add more money to your pocket. Then you ask me, who can be part of this? Once you're retired, you can't be part of it, and you must be over 50 years old. Irrespective of the fact that you have already started collecting money from your PFA, RSA accounts. Even if you have started collecting money from your PFA account, that's your retirement savings account, you can move your money for better value to our annuity policy that I will personally help you negotiate and ensure that you get the right deal. If you like what I just said right now and you want to move your annuity, or you have fresh funds, right? You might have fresh funds lying down somewhere and you want to put in annuity, or you don't even have any fresh funds. All you need to do, all you have is the funds in your RSA account. I'm not asking you for fresh funds. It's the same money that you have in your RSA account that we will use in opening an annuity policy for you. So we are not telling you to bring fresh funds, and this is a well-regulated policy, regulated by PENCOM, regulated by NICON, and regulated by SEC, the Security Exchange Commission. So it's a no-brainer. You can click on the link I will drop in the description section for more details. And if you also want to send me a WhatsApp, my numbers are 080 33 026 237. I'll be willing to evaluate your situation, give you an offer from a top-notch insurance firm, and help you negotiate a deal that you cannot resist, which is going to be better than the deal you already have. So until I see you again, I remain yours sincerely, Yomi Martins from the city of Lagos, Nigeria. Catch you later. Bye for now.